right now. As you watch this video, you're standing on one of the most extraordinary objects in the universe. Planet Earth. It may feel solid, stable, permanent, but beneath your feet, our planet is anything but calm. Deep below the cities, the mountains, the oceans, there is an entire hidden world that no human has ever seen. A place of crushing pressure, unimaginable temperatures, and mysteries that scientists are still struggling to understand. Now here's a question. How deep have humans actually traveled beneath Earth's surface? A few kilometers? A few dozen? Surely we've reached the center by now. After all, we've been exploring the planet for centuries. The answer is astonishing. The deepest hole ever drilled by humanity is the Kola superdeep borehole in Russia. Its final depth? Just over 12 kilometers. That sounds impressive until you compare it with Earth's true size. Our planet has a radius of approximately 6,371 kilometers. That means humanity has only scratched about 0.2% of the distance to Earth's center. Imagine an apple. The deepest humans have ever drilled would be thinner than the apple's skin. Everything beneath that, almost the entire planet, remains completely unexplored. So, what lies down there? To answer that question, scientists have become detectives. Since we can't travel to the center of the Earth, we have to listen to it. Every earthquake sends powerful seismic waves through the planet. Some waves pass through solid rock. Others can travel through liquids. By measuring how these waves change speed, bend, or disappear, scientists have built an astonishing picture of Earth's hidden interior. It's almost like performing a giant CT scan of the entire planet. The first layer beneath us is the crust. This is the thin shell we live on. Under the continents, it's roughly 30 to 70 kilometers thick. Beneath the oceans, it can be as thin as 5 kilometers. Compared to the size of Earth, the crust is incredibly fragile. If our planet were the size of a basketball, the crust would be thinner than a sheet of paper. And yet, every city, every forest, every mountain, every human civilization in history exists on that incredibly thin layer. Beneath the crust lies the mantle. This enormous region extends nearly 2,900 kilometers downward. Despite being made mostly of solid rock, it doesn't behave like the rigid ground beneath your feet. Over millions of years, the mantle slowly flows, like extremely thick honey or warm candle wax. Its slow movement drives one of the most important processes on Earth: plate tectonics. The continents aren't fixed. They're floating. Massive slabs of crust drift across the mantle at roughly the speed your fingernails grow. It seems insignificant, but over millions of years, entire oceans open and close. Mountain ranges rise. Supercontinents form, then break apart again. The world map we know today is only a temporary snapshot in Earth's endless history. But the deeper we go, the stranger things become. Temperatures inside the mantle climb above 4,000 degrees Celsius. Pressure becomes millions of times greater than what we experience at sea level. No submarine, no spacecraft, no machine ever built by humanity could survive these conditions. And yet, even deeper, nearly 2,900 kilometers below the surface, scientists believe we reach one of the most extraordinary places in the entire solar system. A vast ocean, not of water, but of liquid metal. Earth's outer core. An enormous sea of molten iron and nickel constantly churning beneath the mantle. This metallic ocean is over 2,200 kilometers thick. Its flowing metal generates something we rely on every single day: Earth's magnetic field. Without it, life on the surface might never have survived. The magnetic field shields our planet from dangerous particles constantly streaming from the sun. Without that invisible shield, our atmosphere could slowly be stripped away. Radiation levels would rise dramatically. Modern technology would be constantly threatened. In many ways, Everything happening on the surface depends on processes occurring thousands of kilometers beneath our feet. But beyond the outer core, at the very center of Earth, lies the greatest mystery of all. A place no human will likely ever visit. A place hotter than the surface of the sun. And yet, completely solid. How is that even possible? That's where Earth's deepest secret begins. At the very center of our planet, hidden beneath 6,371 kilometers of rock and metal, lies an object unlike anything else on Earth. The inner core. It's a gigantic sphere made mostly of iron and nickel, about 2,400 kilometers across, roughly 3/4 the size of the Moon. But despite temperatures reaching nearly 5,500 to 6,000 degrees Celsius, as hot as the surface of the sun, it isn't liquid. It's solid. That sounds impossible. After all, iron melts at much lower temperatures. So, why doesn't Earth's inner core melt? The answer is pressure. The weight of the entire planet presses down on the core with unimaginable force. More than 3.5 million times the atmospheric pressure we experience at sea level. Under those extreme conditions, the atoms are squeezed so tightly together that they simply cannot move freely. The result is a solid ball of metal, burning with incredible heat, yet locked in place by gravity itself. But here's where the mystery becomes even stranger. For years, scientists assumed the inner core rotated at exactly the same speed as the rest of the Earth. Recent research suggests that may not be true. Some studies indicate that the inner core may rotate slightly faster, then slow down, or even temporarily rotate at a different rate than the planet's surface. Imagine that. Deep beneath every mountain, every city, every ocean, the very heart of our planet could be moving independently. Exactly why this happens remains one of geophysics' greatest unsolved questions. Some researchers believe it's caused by the constantly shifting magnetic field. Others think the liquid outer core exerts changing forces on the solid inner core. The truth is, no one knows for certain. And that's remarkable. We've mapped distant galaxies, photographed black holes, sent spacecraft beyond the solar system, yet the center of our own planet still keeps secrets. Even stranger, scientists now suspect the inner core isn't as simple as once believed. Evidence suggests it may contain an innermost inner core, a hidden metallic sphere inside the core itself. Almost like a planet within a planet. Seismic waves passing through Earth's center behave differently depending on the direction they travel. One possible explanation is that the deepest part of the core has a different crystal structure than the surrounding iron. If confirmed, Earth would have another hidden layer that no one suspected just a few decades ago. Then there's Earth's magnetic field. Most people never think about it. You can't see it. You can't touch it. Yet it stretches tens of thousands of kilometers into space, protecting our planet every second of every day. Without it, charged particles from the sun would bombard Earth's atmosphere. Power grids could fail. Satellites would be damaged. Communication systems would become unreliable. The beautiful auroras near the poles are actually visible reminders of this invisible shield. They're proof that deep beneath our feet, the molten outer core is constantly generating electricity on a planetary scale. It's one of nature's greatest dynamos. But the magnetic field isn't permanent. Geological evidence shows that throughout Earth's history, the magnetic poles have flipped many times. North becomes south. South becomes north. The last complete reversal happened around 780,000 years ago. Scientists know another reversal will eventually happen. The only mystery is when. Fortunately, these reversals unfold over thousands of years. They don't happen overnight. Life on Earth has survived many of them before. Still, they remind us that our planet is far more dynamic than it appears. Beneath the quiet ground we walk on, Earth is constantly changing. Molten metal is flowing. Mountains are slowly moving. Continents are drifting. And at the very center, A blazing iron heart continues to beat silently, keeping our world alive. But perhaps the greatest surprise of all is that everything we've learned about Earth's interior comes without anyone ever seeing it directly. And that raises one incredible question. If we've discovered this much using only indirect evidence, what else could still be hiding beneath our feet? And perhaps that's the most incredible fact of all. The greatest unexplored frontier isn't on another planet. It isn't hidden beyond the edge of the solar system. It's directly beneath us. Every step you take, every mountain you climb, every city ever built, exists on an incredibly thin shell floating above a planet that is alive. Earth isn't a giant rock drifting through space. It's an active world. A world whose interior is constantly moving, reshaping the surface in ways we rarely notice. The continents are still drifting apart. The Atlantic Ocean is growing wider every year. The Pacific Ocean is slowly shrinking. Entire mountain ranges continue to rise as tectonic plates collide. Deep beneath the oceans, new crust is constantly being created while older crust disappears back into the mantle. Earth is endlessly recycling itself. Even the air we breathe is connected to this hidden world. Volcanoes release gases from deep inside the planet. Those gases helped form Earth's atmosphere billions of years ago. Without volcanic activity, life as we know it may never have existed. The same forces that create devastating earthquakes and volcanic eruptions are also responsible for making Earth a habitable planet. Destruction and creation are simply two sides of the same process. But scientists believe the deepest surprises may still be waiting. In recent years, researchers have discovered enormous structures buried deep within the mantle. Hidden nearly 3,000 kilometers beneath Africa and the Pacific Ocean are two gigantic regions, unlike anything else inside the Earth. These mysterious formations are each thousands of kilometers across. They are known as large low shear velocity provinces, or LLSVPs. Seismic waves slow down as they pass through them, suggesting they have a different composition or temperature than the surrounding mantle. What exactly are they? No one knows. Some scientists believe they are ancient piles of dense rock that have survived since Earth's formation over 4.5 billion years ago. Others think they may be the remains of an enormous collision with another protoplanet early in Earth's history. Imagine that. Fragments of an ancient world, still buried deep inside our planet after billions of years. If true, Earth is carrying the scars of its violent birth hidden beneath our feet. And that's not the only mystery. Tiny pockets of rock have been discovered where seismic waves behave in completely unexpected ways. Some researchers think these ultradense regions may contain materials unlike anything found on the surface. Others believe they could reveal entirely new processes occurring deep inside the mantle. Every new earthquake provides another clue. Every improvement in seismic technology allows scientists to see a little farther into Earth's hidden interior. It's remarkable. We can't drill to the center. We can't send robots there. We can't even survive a tiny fraction of the pressure. Yet through mathematics, physics, and careful observation, humanity has managed to reconstruct the invisible world beneath us. It's one of science's greatest achievements. And perhaps one day, future technology will allow us to explore even deeper. Maybe advanced drilling systems will penetrate farther than ever before. Maybe entirely new techniques will reveal the core in astonishing detail. Or perhaps we'll discover that Earth's interior is even stranger than we currently imagine. History has taught us one thing. Every time we think we've solved a mystery, nature reveals another. The universe doesn't stop surprising us. Neither does our own planet. So the next time you stand outside, take a moment to think about what's beneath your feet. Not just soil, not just rock, but thousands of kilometers of hidden mountains, flowing stone, rivers of molten metal, and a blazing iron core hotter than the surface of the sun. An entire world, completely invisible, yet absolutely essential for life above it. We often dream about exploring Mars. the icy moons of Jupiter, or distant planets orbiting other stars. But perhaps one of the greatest mysteries in the universe has been beneath us all along. A hidden realm we will never see with our own eyes, yet one that shapes every second of our existence. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next journey through the greatest mysteries of space. Because sometimes, the most extraordinary discoveries aren't found by looking up at the stars. They're found by asking what lies beneath our feet.